It's time for
It's Fanboy Weekly for all you geeks, nerds, and blurs. Let's get our geek on.
And welcome back. Welcome back. If I sound a little raspy tonight, or excuse me, or this morning, uh, you have to forgive me because I obviously got it. Nobody told me about it. When you go to these comic book conventions, pop culture conventions, or whatever you're calling it, you can get sick because you're around all these people and you don't really have. Next time I'm carrying hand sanitizer and a mask because I've been sick as a dog since coming back. Well, it took with 3 days to get it, 3 days to have it, and 3 days to get rid of it, type of deal. So I'm in my 3 days getting rid of it stage, and I'm sick. I'm really sick, and I'm like, do I just go home and see? I'm coughing. Do I just go home and rest because I left work a little early tonight, and I didn't feel too bad about an hour ago, but now the whole coughing. They say you always get sicker at nighttime, but I'm gonna use my Wonder Twin powers and hopefully I can get through this tonight. But I want to thank you guys for listening to me. My name is David, and I'm the host of Fanboy Weekly, part of the 5x5 family of shows. You can always check us out on 5x5.blogspot.com for past shows, pictures, blogs of different stuff that I talk about throughout the week, or something comes to me and I want to write about it. You can find it on there, or you can go to our Facebook page, the 5x5 completely spelled out. And normally I post stuff there periodically about different fanboy-ish stuff, or not even just fanboy, just because all of our shows is the late night show, Real Talk with David and Nikki, and of course Fanboy Weekly. They're all part of the 5x5. But I wish I felt better. I hope you guys are doing okay. But like I said, somebody should have told me that I ran the. But the thing is, I should have knew better. But here's the thing: it was so busy. We were so busy that Saturday, getting up to Indianapolis and doing the home con that day, and then leaving late and getting stuck on the highway. I just think my immune system was tested. And I'm one of those people, I don't get sick. Knock on wood, I don't get sick. And I think that's one of my superpowers. and, but eventually you do get sick, and you do have to take care of yourself, and weather that storm, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm not a good sick person. I promise you I'm not. I'm a whiny baby. I get mad. I stomp my feet, and I want somebody to take care of me because I'm that guy. I just want my mom to take care of me. That's who I am, because I don't like being sick, and it just happens to be that um, sometimes those things aren't available to you, and you just have to do what you have to do. Anyhow, so like I said, I hope you guys are doing well. Um, I'm sucking on a cough drop because I don't know what they gave me in Indianapolis, but they need to take it back because it has thrown a monkey wrench in all my shit. It can't work. So if you don't work, I can't make money to go to another convention to buy more stuff that I don't need, right? I'm sitting here in my geek Geek City Guys t-shirt. Thank you guys from Geek City Guys. You can go to geekcityguys.com and check out all the geeky information that they have to offer. It was really nice meeting those guys at Indy PopCon as well as several others. I've been listening to some of the podcasts from Indy PopCon. Two that I really enjoy so far is the Obsessive Viewer podcast, and also the Nerds You're Looking For podcast were two of the ones that I enjoyed. So check those guys out on iTunes. So, where are we at? I was like, what am I going to talk about tonight? I can only talk about how sick I am for only a short period of time. And people get sick of hearing that. But I guess a few announcements. Firstly, if you guys aren't busy on June the 22nd, the 5x5 is taking its show, well, not taking, I'm having my show on another network. Had talked to the owners or organizers of Pride 48, and they thought it'd be a good match that I would be part of their live streaming event from June 20th to the 22nd. My slot is on Sunday the 22nd at 11 a.m. I have no idea what I'm talking about, so I've kind of because I have so many shows. As Elaine from Thought Bubbles says, I have so many shows. I'm like, how can I mix all the shows? A late night show, a comic book show, a fanboy show, and then still tell them who I am onto Pride 48. So it's got a little bit of everything. So it's going to be fanboy meets gay guy meets Blurred meets comic books type of show. So that that should be fun. It should be interesting. I'm actually going to write this one out a little bit. I'll have some notes to go. So if you're not busy, I'm going to try to do it to where I'm going to be able to record it so I can have that show for you guys to hear. But June 22nd on pride48.com, yours truly, the 5x5, will be streaming live on Pride during their live streaming event on pride48.com. I'm really happy to be a part of it. I've listened to Pride 48 for years. When I started podcasting a long time ago, but I thought I sounded really, really stupid, and I didn't come out of my podcasting closet until about a year ago, well, over a year ago now, and then I stopped doing it. I'm like, I would really like to do that, and then somehow on Twitter, a follower of the 5x5 has sent my name in to Gary. Thank you. I had to give Gary some props from Twitter. He had sent my names to one of the owners of Pride 48, and he emailed me and subsequently said that he had a time slot for me if I would like to participate. And so I graciously said yes. So hopefully it'll be fun. It's only an hour, so it's 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'm in the Central Time Zone, so that's going to be 10 a.m. for me. So make sure if you guys have the opportunity to listen, that the time zone for you is right. It's 11 a.m. Eastern, and you should be able to just go to there's a format on there that you can be able to see, and then the schedule's up, and it's also the information's on blog on my Facebook page. Hey Ken Boggle, how you doing? My friend Ken, always a supporter, and a good friend. And I'm sick, Ken. I got comic convention-itis because I don't feel good. But yeah, so don't forget to check it out, Pride 48. And I want to say Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month to everyone. It is Gay Pride Month all over the country. June is historically Pride Month, and except in Atlanta, it changed during the drought of 2009. It went to October, but it's Pride Month here. All the picnics and all the cities are doing their big Pride events during the weekends, and a lot of the major cities, and even some of the small ones. The city that I live in, I didn't attend, of course, because I had to work, but I don't think I would have anyhow. It was going to be kind of whack. They had theirs today, and Dirty celebrities. Obviously, Ken said I was hugging the wrong celebrities. I might have got the scabies, but but it's Pride Month, so happy Pride Month to all my fellow LGBT family and family friendly. So that's part of the Pride 48 deal. So check me out. I'll be a little bit more gayer there, maybe. I don't know if I can get any gayer, right? Anyhow, thank you guys for checking me out. Today, we're going to talk about the 75th anniversary of Batman, a new comic book that I picked up that I wasn't going to, but I heard a lot about it, and Kevin Smith is one of the writers on it, which is Batman 66. And upcoming opportunity for the 5x5 to cover another con, a little bit more local in the area. So we're going to talk about that and a few more things. Not going to be very long tonight because this sick fanboy has to go to bed. Thank you guys for listening. My name is David. It's the 5x5 Fanboy Weekly Show. We'll be right back.
Imagine a world where bullying isn't considered a normal part of childhood.
A world where I'm not afraid to go to school.
To speak out.
To be myself.
A world where I'm not afraid to be caught alone.
Come on, punk.
We have the power to stop the bullying. Speak out.
Speak up.
Educate.
Find out what to look for and how you can make a difference at bullying.org.
Bullying is not kids being kids.
It's not about good homes or bad homes.
It's not a normal part of growing up. I shouldn't be afraid to get on the school bus.
To turn on my computer.
Or walk to my locker. Did you know that a bully will stop his or her behavior in 10 seconds when their peers speak up?
Use your voice.
Hey, leave him alone.
We have the power to stop bullying.
Find out more at bullying.org.
Bullying.org.
Where you're not alone.
And you're not alone.
Where you're not alone.
Valuable now than ever. Yeah, I'll be thinking that I changed or that I think that I am better. I still sit up on the roof, I still go for walks at night. I still look up at the moon and sit in the crib when it's time to ride. Ladies, I know you wanna come with me when I have to fly off again, and I don't wanna leave you either. But I have to, and I'm sorry. Just keep up on my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, baby. It's easy. Chill on a little beach, y'all partying with us. Everyone's around and said they never get enough. I'm about to the new, no, it ain't nothing new. When the ladies see me now, they're like, just me and my clique, yeah, that's all I need. What a freaky bigs and R&B. Shout out to all around every RCC.
Slow it down.
Sit back, NFC party tonight. Go ape and tell a friend they about the drama, eh? Well, I'm just trying to have a good life with every single fine dime. Showing love to my city. Pull your camera out, it's showtime. Yeah. Money steady stacking. I get to come back home where there's not a lot of action, but I let it run. Tequila mixed with rum, and if you want it, then you should come get some. Rama in the building, rising to the ceiling. Planet to planet, this track is what they're feeling. Yeah, and if you feel it too, you shouldn't stop yourself. Know just what to do. When it comes to how I live, everything you do is big, and I'm not being cocky or saying I'm the itch. Just trying to state that my life is great, and my TV on it down like a paperweight. Whole lifestyle blown up, parties gonna show up. Every time I come home, I'm close to the top. What did you think? I was playing around? Hope that you can see clearly now, because I wanna shine. Every party on my own time, fly around the world to the haze. They can kiss mine, sitting on the gold mine, seeing all the fine dimes, riding in first class, the English stay fly. Yeah, you thinking I wasn't serious? My flows got you delirious. Breaking bigs, Rama, NFC, they feeling this.
Life. Actually, I like that song, but I got tired of listening to it. Welcome back. It is the Fanboy. I can't even talk. It is the 5x5 Fanboy Weekly. This cough drop got stuck in my mouth. And we're just chatting a little bit tonight. Not a lot because, as I told you earlier, I'm not feeling all that great. But, like I said, the show will and must go on. So, if you guys know, or you may not know, this is the 75th anniversary of Batman. I didn't know. I'm not a big Batman fan. Yes, I've seen all the Batman movies. And I'm going to say this. People are going to get mad at me. I really wasn't a fan of the Dark Knight trilogy with Christian Bale as Batman. Not a fan. Did I like it? It was okay. But it's like, what turned me off from that, it was really, really dark, which, it kind of, took the mantra of the Dark Knight in the comic books, which is a little darker, a little grittier, a little grimier, which is fun. But I'm not a fan. I guess saying I'm not a fan is the wrong word. No, I'm not a fan. But, I've watched them. But it's one of those ones, okay, I watched it once. I'm not like X-Men or the Avengers. I've watched those multiple times. The Batman trilogy stuff, yeah. I think I bought one of them for like $4 or $5, the first one, during and I haven't watched, it's still in the original wrapper. Remember they had the Blu-rays for sale, like at Christmas time you can get the Blu-rays for like $5 at Walmart. I bought it because it was in the $5 bin. It's still in the original wrapper. I've watched Sucker Punch more than that. Not that I don't like it, because that's not what it is. It's just, But I actually enjoyed, and people are going to laugh at me, even though it was horrible to a certain extent, and and they messed up Batgirl. Batman and Robin, which was the first set of Batman movies, the fourth out of all those movies. It was entertaining because we had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, and her name Emma, the girl who was Beatrice in Kill Bill. She was Poison Ivy. It was horrible, but it was entertaining. And then Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl. You have to watch that because it's funny. And it's, like I said, it's very entertaining, and the whole one-liner jokes were kind of bad, and that movie was to make money for one, and then star power, because it had the stars. It had George Clooney, not Matt Damon, Chris O'Donnell, Alicia Silverstone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I can't think of the chick's name from Emma Thompson from Kill Bill. It had the star power. It just had a horrible story. And then they made Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, which wasn't Barbara Gordon. It was Alfred's niece or something like that. It was all messy, but it was entertaining. But my favorite Batman, if you think about movie Batmans, it would have to be Michael Keaton, and that he was the Batman in the first two. Remember how the Jack Nicholson, which was, for me, is still standalone the best. If you think about all the movies, that first Batman. And number two, they had Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and Danny DeVito as Penguin. That was a good one too. Those first two really stand out for me as Batmans. Now, I almost rented the Son of Batman movie the other day with Damian Wayne. I didn't do it, but I'm still saying this. The one thing that DC is beating Marvel down, and it's the only thing, is the animated movies. They're really good, and you just can't take anything away from them. Yes, Marvel has the television shows, and except for Arrow and then Flash, they're going to come up, but Marvel has the movies and things like that. But the animated shows, and I guess I'm going to give them the edge in the TV shows now, because they're going to have three. They're going to have Arrow, the Flash, and Gotham, which I'm not excited to see at all. But they're gonna have those three. But they're Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is only one show. But when Marvel starts producing those Netflix series, then we'll see how the tide changes. But anyhow, we're talking about the Batman 75th anniversary, and Uma Thurman, not Emma Thompson. I'm sorry, Uma Thurman. Thank you, Ken. And yes, Michael Keaton is the one true Batman. I don't want to watch Gotham, although it has Jada Pinkett Smith in there, and I love Jada. You know, even though they said their relationship is really kind of crazy, her and Will Smith, but I want to see that. But Batman, Batman's 75th anniversary, in honor of the 75th anniversary. If I sound funny, I'm trying to not spit this cough drop out. DC will offer a free special edition of Detective Comics number 27, featuring a reimagining of the Cape Crusaders' 1939 comic book debut, designed by Chip Kidd with a script by best-selling author Brad Meltzer. It's all a part of the festivities surrounding DC Comics Batman Day, which is set for Wednesday, July the 23rd. So that's a little over a month away. So we're getting like another free, another free comic book day, but it's going to be a reimagining of Detective Comics 27. So don't forget, mark this on your calendar. If you're a Batman fan or just a fan of the genre, get to your local comic book store for this free comic for one, and to take place in history. It's the 75th anniversary of Batman. In addition, Kidd and Meltzer take on the original Batman story, which saw the Batman tasked with trying to crack the case of the Chemical Syndicate. Comic book artist Ryan Sook has designed a series of 4 masks that showcase a variety of the characters' iconic looks. And from what I understand, from what I've been reading, there's going to be masks and capes also available at your local comic book store during Batman Day, July the 23rd. And there's also going to be a timeline, but that's only going to be, and I don't know how big, some kind of poster timeline. I don't know how big it's going to be, but that's not going to be for sale. That's going to be for the retailer to show. So it has everything from Batman and Batgirl, you know, when they first appeared, all the different Robins, the death in the families, has the whole Batman timeline in the last 75 years, which should be interesting. There is a Detective Comics number 27 mask inspired by Bob Kane's original drawing, a Batman 66 mask from the television series for those who prefer a campier Batman, a Dark Knight Returns mask for the Frank Miller fanatics, and a Gabe Capullo inspired mask marking the Dark Knight of the New 52s. Select comic stores will also offer Batman 75th anniversary capes to accompany the mask. I'm so getting the mask. There's 2 stores here now. There's 2 stores here. I'm getting 2 masks and 2 capes. Call me greedy. I need something to talk about on the show, right? And you might, if you follow me on Twitter at OneFunnyGuy, the number 1 FUNNYGUY, you might get an Instagram picture of me in it. How's that? Also, Robin will be getting some attention with the one-shot Robin Rises Omega, which introduces a storyline July 16th that continues in Batman and Robin number 33, set to hit stores on Batman Day. Also, Grayson number 1, Tim Steele and Michael Janin will debut that day. And that's the new Robin Nightwing that's no longer Nightwing. He doesn't have a secret identity anymore. And that'll be the new monthly series chronicles the original Robin, Dick Grayson, as a crime fighter turned super spy fights to clear his name. So check all that out. Also, if you go to, let's see, there is a place where you can go to download a free digital. I guess you go to www.readdcentertainment.com and there will be a free download of those comic books as well. So check that out. I think that'd be kind of interesting. So Batman turned 75. So tweet me, who was your favorite Batman? Whether it's a Batman in the comic book, remember the one Batman that was somebody else that wore all that kind of armor stuff? Is the Batman, the Adam West Batman, Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, or Christian Bale? Let me know. Tweet me at the 5x5. I've already told you that Michael Keaton, out of all those, although Val Kilmer did a really good job, and who can't forget Prince did the soundtrack. Darla Nikki would love to hear this. I'm sure she knows. She did the soundtrack. I said she. No tea, no shade. He did the soundtrack to the first Batman movie. Remember Bat Dance? Bat Dance. Remember that? That was the jam. But that's all he said through the whole song, and there was no other words. But yeah, and then I think Scandalous was on there as well. That's part of the Batman soundtrack from the very first movie. Although I do love Adam West as Batman, and I would love to meet him at a con. I would totally love to meet him at a con, and Burt Ward and Yvonne Craig and all those are my earliest memories. And when you think about that stuff came out in the mid 60s, and I don't know how long it lasted, but I wasn't really cognizant of it and of Batman and watching it until I was like 7 or 8 years old. So that was like, another 12 years away. So I was watching reruns because it was coming on every day and y'all get mad at me saying this too. Yes, I love Julie Newmar, but Eartha Kitt was the only Catwoman. When she would go, what a perfect night. Hey, I can do that. I can roll my tongue. I speak Spanish, so I can. They teach you how to. It's called a tilde, how to roll your tongue. But it comes in handy too, right? And so Eartha Kitt to me was the only Catwoman. But anyhow, enough of that. So don't forget, July 23rd is Batman Day, celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Batman. Go to your local comic book store and take part in the festivities. I don't know. I have to look and see what my comic book stores are doing for that day. And I think I've done some Batman artwork. I messed one up, but I think on that day as well, I'll have a little contest or something, but we'll wait until July to find out what the 5x5 is doing to celebrate Batman Day. We're going to take one more break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about some more Batman stuff, but this is a more nostalgic Batman that you guys have to pick up. Stay tuned. That song kind of ends abruptly. Welcome back. It is the 5x5 Fanboy Weekly Show. And your fanboy David here is sick, and he is trying to speed things up so he can go to bed. So we just talked about the Batman 75th anniversary. And so we're going to talk about something. I didn't mean for this to be too much of a Batman show because, like I said, not so much a fan. But something, you guys, if you haven't picked it up yet, you have to pick this up. It is the Batman 66 comic book. Meets, they had the first series. This is the second series. It's called Batman 66 Meets the Green Hornet. And I've never watched the Green Hornet. I thought the movie was absolutely horrible. I couldn't get through it. It was so horrible. But this showcases the original 66 cast members, Burt Ward and Adam West, in the old campy Batman and Robin outfits, and also it has the Green Hornet and Kato in this series. And which is really cool about this, Kevin Smith, from Jay and Silent Bob and Comic Book Men, he is the writer. So it's kind of a reimagining. If this show had continued, this is what they're kind of reimagining it would be. And the reason I heard a lot of buzz about this particular comic book, but the reason I bought it because the artwork from Alex Ross on the cover is phenomenal. I mean, it gives you everything that you want in a comic book cover, and it's just that tight. It's really, really hot. And Kevin Smith, Ralph Garman, and Ty Templeton collaborates on this Batman 66 series, and it's the one of 6. But you see the iconic red bat phone. You see Alfred. I can talk so country sometime. And then the kind of it has that whole campy throwback feel to it, and I enjoyed it. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I'm like, and even though I like the show and it's something I grew up on, but they're fighting the Gum Master or Gummy Glue Master or somebody, and I look forward to getting all 6. It's only $2.99. So I'm looking forward to getting all of these issues just to have, because one, Kevin Smith, right? And if Alex Ross is going to do the cover, just like the first cover, it looks absolutely amazing. And I think you guys should grab it. Not because I told you to, just because you should. But, so what else is there? We talked about Batman, the comic book, the 75th anniversary. My lasting thoughts of PopCon, not only did they got me sick, but I do have some feelings about, I wish I had done more, I wish I had stayed more. So next year I'm going to do, spend more time there. Probably do all 3 days. I might just go ahead and do a booth. And I know there's a waiting list right now, so I need to make a decision whether I'm going to do it or not, and so I can go and I have the time off. But now this weekend is OMG Con, which is more of an anime comic convention. It used to be in Paducah. They've moved it to Owensboro, to a bigger venue in Owensboro, Kentucky. That's happening the 13th, 14th, and the 15th this weekend. The opportunity has presented itself for me to be part of me and these press passes, which I'm thankful, and I'm going to, the 5x5 will probably be covering OMG Con this year, so that should be fun. That's probably going to be Saturday prior to me going to work, but I look forward to doing that on Saturday at OMG Con just to see, because I've never really put much stock in the anime. You know, a lot of people do the great, phenomenal artwork, but it's just not, you know, what I'm used to. I think some of the younger people like it, maybe some of the older people as well, but not really me. But I'm going to check it out. The organizers are going to set a press pass for me to go on Saturday. So that should be fun. It should be interesting. I'm going to let you guys listen to part of a conversation we had from Indy PopCon. If you haven't listened to the complete Indy PopCon experience on the Real Talk with David and Nikki channel, this is just part of the audio to where we were ending our day at Indy PopCon. So we're going to play this, and then when that's over, we're going to sign off. Thank you guys for listening. I'm David. It is Fanboy Weekly. It is the 5x5. I'm your host, David, and we are sitting here at Indianapolis PopCon in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm hanging out with my cousin. If you listened to the show earlier, I hit the wrong button and it went off, so that's my fault. And my niece, she came up with me today, and we've had the best day. It's been a really, really long day, but it's been an awesome day. And although darling Nikki, you know, from Real Talk with David and Nikki, this isn't really her thing, but she decided to hang out with her cousins today and geek out with us a little bit. But I would say that my niece probably geeked out the most. Ashanti, when you seen Nicholas Brandon for the very, very first time, what did you do?
I walked away because I almost started crying because it was a dream come true. Xander Harris can be my baby daddy.
Actually, and I'm, you know, guys, sometimes I talk really fast on the show, but I don't really, I'm never normally not lost for words, but today is meeting Xander for the first time. I have to say I was a little lost for words. So we're going to get our photo op, our official. We got a kind of official, but we got the official. And we're going to be taking a picture here in a little bit. So what was the best thing that you guys seen today? Nikki?
The best thing I've seen all day was, what was? I've seen a lot of good things today. Oh my gosh.
Lunch was good. Nikki took us to California Kitchen. That was good.
Yeah, it was good.
But you know, I'm always talking about some food, so you know. Anyhow.
Let's see. The best thing I've seen all day, hopefully, will be my character sketch of me as Snow White.
Oh.
I have not seen it yet. I'm waiting to get it.
That's going to be hot. I know you got Snow White.
Oh, yeah. You know she gets Snow White.
Me as a black Snow White.
That's going to be cute.
Yeah.
Because Shawnee started it all. My niece, she got the first caricature that is absolutely phenomenal. All these pictures will be on the website at the5x5.blogspot.com. And maybe a YouTube video or something of all the swag that we got today. And then I got one of me as a superhero on my Justice League Zero blank cover. I also had a lot of sign stuff. Nicholas Brandon did sign my Buffy Vampire Slayer Season 10 Episode 3 episode. I did get that signed, and he tweeted it, so that was very, very cool. Was it Larry Hama?
Yeah.
He signed my Wolverine cover because he was the author and writer on that particular issue. What else did you get, Nikki?
Oh, I got a lot of stuff. I got a print of Snow White. I got a PopCon bobble doll of Snow White.
And see, this is something I didn't know. I didn't know she was a
You did not know this?
Snow White fan.
aficionado.
I did not know. I did not know.
Yeah. I have official Geek Nerd shirt. So I am an official.
Yeah, that was from Geek.
Black
Was that from Geek
girl
City?
nerd.
Did y'all get?
Yeah.
That was from Geek City. Yeah, but what was the name of it? I need to know the name. Give them a shout out. And we met a lot of interesting podcast people. At least we did, and so we'll be talking about them. Geek City guys. That's where we get the shirts from. They actually asked me did I want a shirt first because I didn't win the prize, and then the other two start begging for them. So I really got mine legitimately. They didn't. They was thirsty for a shirt. That's okay. It was all fun.
But I really wasn't expecting to have as much fun as I am having because I'm taking pictures with really cool people in costumes that are allowing me to take their picture. And I am having a lot of fun looking at all the people in character.
Yeah, we've definitely done a lot today.
Hot. Yeah. But
I didn't spend a lot of money either. So
who's
I think
the guy that looks really good that is scaring the shit out of me?
Oh, the Bane guy. She doesn't like the Bane.
B-A-N-E?
Yeah, he's a Batman villain.
Okay, the Batman villain is really scaring me because, like, if I seen him out of here inside the mall parking lot or something, I would probably just pass out and die.
See, you know, darling nigga, she tripping. But he was actually really hot.
He was hot.
Wink, wink.
He was hot without the mask.
Yeah, I didn't see him without the mask, but I could just tell. He had crazy eyes.
Oh, I can tell he's hot without the
Oh,
mask.
and also we see my friends Chris and Elaine from the Thought Bubbles podcast. I think they'll be doing stuff. You can check them out on thoughtbubbles.podbean.com. You can see the things that they talked about and seen today. They also cosplayed as the T-1000 Terminator and Sarah Connor. And I think they're doing something else tomorrow, but I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. But they're staying another day while we are going home because I'm tired. And then, Shani, what did you like? What was your favorite thing of the day?
My favorite thing by far would have to be seeing Nicholas Brendan and then almost crying when he gave me a hug and he called me beautiful and I spazzed out and I couldn't say any words. I just told him, I love you. And then he gave me a hug, took a picture. And then the second favorite thing was my character because she's really cute. She's really
Did y'all
pretty.
get the picture of him hugging me?
Yes, I did. I got the picture of you.
Does my back look really big?
No. So that was my favorite. Get my little caricature, buying a lot of things I didn't need, like necklaces and earrings and ear cuffs and more pictures. Only thing I don't like is people who dress up and then get upset because you're taking a picture. Don't look so good when I ask to take your picture.
Sure.
That's the whole point. You dressed up. And another thing, a lot of people aren't understanding. If you dress up, no, not dress up, like the vendors. If you don't speak to me, I'm not going to buy your merchandise.
And see, I talk about this on my show all the time about being engaging. If you're wanting to make some money, you have to be engaging to your customers, even if you don't want to be.
Yeah, you can't stare at me for like the whole 3 minutes I'm at your table and then be mad when I walk away. You should have said something the first 30 seconds. I wouldn't have walked away.
Exactly.
But other than that, this has been an amazing day. And my feet are killing me. And I can't wait to go to sleep in a car.
She will not be going to sleep because I have to drive and we will be in a cornfield somewhere with the cows and stuff because I'm tired too. Actually, I'm not as tired as I thought I would be. I'm still doing pretty good, but I'm probably going to pass out. We should get home around 10:30-ish tonight, depending on what time we get out of Indy. We still have one more thing to do here. Nikki has to pick up her caricature. We have our picture taken. And I'm going to say this, Nicholas Brendan did get too much money of my money today, but that's all right because, I'm such a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan that I was happy to get what I did.
He was pretty cute, if I might say.
Yeah, he was decent.
And I'm kind of jealous because they both got hugs, and I just kind of lingered in the background like, oh, you're hot. And I'm not going to go there.
So that was our wrap-up broadcast from Indy PopCon 2014. We look forward to going again next year. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do the whole 3 days, but I think I need to make a decision pretty quickly if I'm going to be available or make myself available to do it. next year. What else? What else? What else is there? Not a lot going on. Um, in my fanboy world, I am 2 weeks behind on new comic book day reviews. Um, I am I am getting there. I'm totally getting there. I have started to complete my new X-Men, the Cassandra Nova um, debut. I'm completing that run. Um, I'm an issue closer to fulfilling my War of the Gods DC George Perez led arc from I want to say the early '90s. It could be earlier than that. No, it had to be early '90s. I'm not almost. I'm an issue closer to completing it. Um, Ken, before I go off, Ken said that his favorite Batmobile was the Batman Returns Batmobile. If I remember the first Batman movie, it was nice, and for me, the image from the very, very first Batman movie was when at the very end, before the Joker lets off all the laugh gas, smiley gas into Gotham City, the Bat plane or bat wing goes up into the moon, and you see the Batman emblem. That's my image of that Batman from that time period. Ken Mogul, my friend, he says his is the Batman Returns Batmobile, which was a little bit sleeker. I remember the sides coming off, and it went down a really narrow alleyway. I need to rewatch those. But my favorite Batmobile would have to be the Adam West, Burt Ward Batman television show Batmobile. It was at Indy PopCon, a replica, and it was so pimp. Batman back then was a pimp, a straight pimp. He was a ladies' man, and he had that voice. Nobody has the voice. Kevin Conroy, of course, in the animated series, is iconic for the Batman voice, and also Mark Hamill as the Joker. Mark Hamill from Star Wars, but Adam West, the voice of Batman, anybody my age and older, if you heard his voice, now you hear his voice now on, what's the show that is it Family Guy that he's on? He's the mayor or something. It's like, oh, that's Batman. You don't think Adam West first, you think it's Batman. So I wanted to leave with that before I left. I would like to put that out there. But so don't forget, June the 22nd, the 5x5 will be on Pride 48. Giving it to the kids on Pride 48 during their live streaming event this year. Like I said, we're really excited to be doing that. I want to write some things out. I have some ideas of what I want to talk about because I want it to be good. This is because they have a big convention in Las Vegas every year, and I want to go. I would love to be a part of that. I do thank everybody for supporting the show, and I've met because of the show, because of Fanboy Weekly, the 5x5 late night show. I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of great people, do some fun things, doing more things. And I'm like, okay, David, if you're really going to do this and we're going to do it, let's take it to the next level and let's see what you really can do. With this podcasting thing, because it's become a part of my life. I enjoy doing it. I'm proud of it. Now, if I can give me some business cards before Saturday, because on Saturday we will be going to OMG Con in Owensboro, Kentucky, and we'll be checking them out and doing a broadcast or some type of show, sort of like how we did in Indy PopCon. But thank you guys. I hope you guys are having a great night, having a great week. Tomorrow's Monday. I guess I'm going to take off, and we'll see you next time. Good night.